Okay, this is one last little video before I go to sleep on day 2 of my sleeping away, but my 3rd night sleeping in Rosie, because obviously on day 1 I was in my mum and dad's drive. Anyway, I pulled the curtains this evening and the whole rail fell off the wall. I thought, oh my goodness gracious me. Well, not the wall, you know, the side of Rosie. So, oh my goodness gracious me, what am I going to do? And luckily, I had packed my very strong double-sided tape, which I just think is fantastic for anything. And you can see I've stuck the tape up here and stuck the rail to it. And that's maintaining my privacy and dignity overnight now while I sleep, so I'm not exposing myself to anybody who comes peeking through the window. And I think I'm going to close this other little window because I'm not really sure how secure it is, because this window is open, as you can see. Normally I like a bit of fresh air, but I might close it a little bit more just to be safe, otherwise my dad will be saying, oh, that's not very safe. So I'm going to open it just that little wee bit there. Okay, so it's open just a little wee bit for a little bit of a draft, and I can secure that behind the very safe fire extinguisher. Now, Smudge is already getting ready for bed. That's my mammoth Power Up Grip double-sided tape. How bloody marvellous is that? So it's holding up that curtain rail. So I'm keeping that in her for anything else that might go wrong. Now, what I have realised, in case anybody is wondering, you know, have I discovered anything in my first couple of days? Well, yes, I have. I mean, that is the floor at the moment with my suitcase and different bits and pieces. That thing there that you can't see but with the white lid, that's actually for when I've that goes underneath the van for when I'm running the water if I want to wash up in her. Now, this wonderful piece here, which again is not very easy to see, but that's called I think it's Dometic, maybe that's the way they pronounce it. I don't know. Anyway, I invested in that extra cool box before I came away because I couldn't get the fridge to work. Now, actually, the fridge does work, but apparently they're a bit temperamental. Many men would say just like most women, and I'd say maybe like most men, or maybe like lots of us all together. But anyway, they're a bit temperamental in that if it's not complete, there's my leg, sorry, if it's not completely flat, then because of the gases, it's a safety thing, the gas is in fridges, so if it's not completely on flat ground, and I don't have any of those wedgie blocks yet, and even if I did, I wouldn't know which way to be. I'd probably be making myself more uneven until I get some practice. But anyway, the fridge doesn't work if it's not flat. So the fridge I couldn't get working. It's got a little cool box in here. So if I lift that lid up, there's a cool box with, my gin and other bits and pieces in there. Not just gin, guys, you know, it's not all alcohol. But anyway, so that's in there. But what I did was I ordered this other cool box and I did a little experiment. I put ice blocks, the same ice blocks, in both of the cool boxes. And the very next day, the ice blocks in this cool box were defrosted, whereas there's still ice in my fabulous new my Dometic, I don't know how it's pronounced. Anyway, Dometic, who knows? Anyway, but in that one, they're still pretty frozen, and I had read up that they would keep things kind of quite frozen for a couple of days, so I'm really, really impressed with that. So in future, when I next go away, I won't have all this horror of stuff here, because there certainly won't be a suitcase. What there'll be is I'm going to get some of those packing cubes, and I'm going to use this cool box here, which is not very effective, as my little suitcase, as my storage space for my clothes. So I'm going to put them in packing cubes so I know which one is my trousers, which is my tops and whatever. And I'll put stuff in there. This thing that catches the water I normally have in this big cupboard here, but I took it out earlier and I was just too tired to kind of put it back. But I can put that back in there. And then this is the step that I use to step in and out of Rosie, because it's quite high, and with my sore knee and my rickety old body, I can have a few problems getting in and out. But and also then beyond that is my toilet. It's a bucket that looks like a toilet, and it has a lovely liner in it. I've yet to get the cat litter. That's on my list of things, along with an extending dog lead. I still didn't get those today, although they were kind of urgent. But anyway, I have next to my bed, I have my sunnies, my old sunnies, because I lost my other sunnies. God knows where they are. And my keys. So God forbid if I hear any strange sounds in the middle of the night, I can jump up, break my neck trying to get across into the driver's seat and drive away. Anyway, that's all from me. I'm going to say goodnight, finish my gin and tonic in my Heineken glass, which is sitting next to Smudge's little t-shirt. Put that there for tomorrow. So good night, everybody. Night 3 of Sleeping in Rosie. What an adventure. I never thought I'd be having this much fun at all. Good night, everyone. God bless.